Hey, what's up you guys? This is Mr. Attitude, as you've seen, back on YouTube. Decided to make a quick video on Mr. Perfect's DVD. So let's go ahead and check it out. You got a really nice cover on the front with Mr. Perfect and all the stars in the background, which is pretty cool. It's a 2-disc set. Here's the side view. And let's look some on the back. You have Mr. Perfect right here. And you got some description on Curt Hennig. That's Mr. Perfect's real name. And you got some little extras and matches listed over here, which is pretty cool. This DVD was made in 2008, I believe, and I just got it a couple days ago. If you saw my WWE DVD pickup from FYE, that's the one. Let me show you the inside. As usual, I forget that we now have those clips. I don't think they are necessary, but I think they're for safety reasons. So safety, I mean, like, you know, that way that the DVD case won't open quickly and then the disc will fall off. I don't know. Alright. So here's a 2-disc set. Let me just get out the slip. You got a really great picture of Mr. Perfect doing the perfect plex. Not the perfect plex. He's doing somewhat of a perfect plex on Bam Bam Bigelow, another underrated superstar. In the back, he's throwing a towel. You see that cool towel flip he does or something. And here's this disc one that talks about himself, and then some special features like Madison Square Garden, November 21st, 1982, when he faced Eddie Gilbert. Him and Scott Hall versus Steve Regal and Jimmy Garvin. Him and his Hall of Fame induction and all this stuff, and etc. etc. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You got some vignettes right here, and here's a list of matches, 10 perfect matches, including him against Bret Hart, him against Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam, him against the Texas Tornado, him against Hulk Hogan, him against Terry Taylor, and Nick Bockwinkel. So yeah, out of all the matches, if I had to say which one was my favorite, I think it was I have two. One was a Madison Square Garden, January 15th, 1990, Mr. Perfect versus Hulk Hogan. A great match, great match. You should check it out. And the SummerSlam 91, Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect for IC title. That was a great match. You should definitely see it. It was amazing. If you have the SummerSlam Anthology, which I have up there, it's in the 1991 version. So go ahead, check it out. It's a great match. You'll love it. Bret Hart, I'm sorry, what's his name? Mr. Perfect holds great matches. And in this DVD, he has matches with Bret Hart like 1, 2, 3 times. He has like 3 matches with Bret Hart in this DVD, so which is pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, Mr. Perfect's like one of the most underrated star in the history, in my opinion. He never he never had the chance to hold the WWF title nor the world title, so he is one of the most underrated stars. He passed away in 2003. You guys know that. He got probably heart attack. And y'all know that his son, Michael McGillicuddy, is wrestling today. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if that's Michael McGillicuddy's real name. If that's his real name, Michael McGillicuddy, because I think it should be Michael Hennig, because it's Curt Hennig for Mr. Perfect. But if you looked at Michael's interview on WWE.com one time, he said that that wrestling means a lot to me, especially since my dad used to be in it, Mr. Perfect, and I was really shocked. I was like, holy shit, he looks nothing like Mr. Perfect. But it's pretty cool. Generation to generation. I mean, we already have Bob Orton's son. You already have Mr. Perfect. You already have Dusty Rhodes, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and all this stuff. And you see, all these legends' sons today are being mistreated. Ted DiBiase, for example, Ted DiBiase Jr. He is one of the most underrated stars in the business, and so was his father, Cody Rhodes. He's not that underrated, but he's underrated as his father is. And same as Michael McGillicuddy. He's being underrated just like his father. All these guys are being underrated just because of people like Randy Orton and John Cena and Hulk Hogan, which I don't believe is right. So I'm gonna make a separate videos on who I think is the most underrated stars and the most overrated stars in the WWE today and of all time. Maybe, alright? But most likely I'll make that by the end of this week, okay? Because I have to make a list of who I think it is. However, I can give you a couple of examples of who is overrated today. John Cena is overrated. Randy Orton is sort of overrated. And Triple H is sort of overrated. That's all, okay? That's all I'm going to say right now. So those three guys. But that does not mean I'm not a big fan of them. I'm not that much of a fan of Orton, neither Cena, but I'm a fan of Triple H. So I'm not saying I don't like him, I just think he's a little bit overrated. That's all for now, guys. See you next time.